Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on So Many Books, So Little Time by Diamond Art Club. It is a 56 by 109, 53 color square diamond painting. We are going to finish this off today. We're going to start with the C, which is number 6, which is DMC 301. It's kind of a reddish brown. It's just past 9 o'clock. It's 9:07. I've been ready for ever to get started, but I had to wait for Dave to head off to work. So I thought, well, usually, I'll keep, I'll stay laying down and I'll read while I wait. But I woke up at 6 this morning and I had already read for 2 hours. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get up. Dave had put the dishes away. I don't know if he did that last night or this morning. So we just had like a couple of plates to put in the dishwasher, a few little things. And it's funny because when he puts the dishes away, he only puts part of them away. Like if something's just a little too hard to put away, he'll just leave it on the counter. So I finished putting the dishes away and from the clean dishes, and then I put the dirty dishes in the dishwasher. And then he still wasn't gone yet. So I'm like, you know what? I usually do or make my bed after I work, like I'll do this video and then I'll go do my bed and then I'll go upstairs and that kind of stuff. And today I'm like, you know what? Make your bed now. So we're gonna move to this, and it's number 13. So container 13 and DMC 400. So my bed is made. So that is pretty cool. Was that supposed to be the same? Oh no, I'm like, if it's supposed to be the same, it is not matching. So I have a live at 1, so I have 4 hours, right? So I think I'm gonna do an hour. So I'm gonna stop at 10:10, we'll say, to round it up. Then I'm gonna go, because I have a few videos I have to film. So I'll go do those, and then if I still have time, I'll come and do another 20 minutes, half an hour, because it's kind of, winding down anyway. So before my live, and then I'll do my live. If I don't have time to do any before the live, so we're gonna do this one now, which is 18, which is DMC 600. I'm having my coffee while I do this because I ended up, running around instead and getting a bunch of stuff done yesterday. After that incident with my vision, I ended up filming 3 more videos, but then I kind of had like a headache. It wasn't a migraine, so I'm thinking it wasn't a migraine, but maybe, I don't know, I needed to drink water, or I don't know. It never occurred again, and I had water and I had food and all that. But because of the headache, I just kind of edited some videos, and because I was like, you know what? I filmed 4 today. I plan on filming 3. That was yesterday. 4 yesterday, probably 3 today. That's going to be 7 videos to do. So I didn't end up doing any hockey videos. I wish I would have done some of those. I did end up reading. I thought I was on page 19 on Sky Hunter. I was on page 13. So I was really at the beginning, right? Like really at the beginning. And And I am now on page 175, something like that. So I made a lot of progress in that book. I'm almost 50% through. I'm really enjoying it. I always like Marie Lou's books, so that's pretty good. Now I'm like, am I gonna read the second book this month and just finish that duology, you know? I kind of left the last book I wanted to read kind of open. So, but I don't know, on May 2nd, and, you know, I probably will read another 50, 75 pages today. I have to say, at least 20, no, probably 50 pages of that was this morning, because I read for a bit there. I didn't read any in Feybound. It's not because I don't like it. It's because I'm totally into this one. And that's okay, because I'm about 30 pages in Feybound. So as soon as I'm done Steel Striker, I'll be like, oh yeah, let's go find out what happens in this one, right? Because it was interesting. So we'll get that done. I never did get the stuff I wanted planted yesterday, so I have to do that today. So I have the live at 1. I'll probably go till 3. And then I don't know, I'd love to go for a walk. I should go for a walk today. I didn't go for a walk yesterday because of everything. I was just like, I don't know. But today I think I'd like to go for a walk. So that's going to be like 45 minutes, but I can listen to my audiobook while I'm doing that. And then I'll come home and I'll plant the stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant the stuff. And we already know what we're going to have for supper. Dave's not going to be home till like 8 o'clock. So I don't have to rush, you know what I mean? Like at 4 to get that done. I'm just going to, after I plant everything, I think what I'll do is, I don't know, probably rest. Rest for about an hour, because then it'll be like from 8 o'clock this morning. So I'll take a rest for an hour. And then, so we're going to do number 19, which is number 5. I'm hoping before the live, he finished the buttons for our newest collection. So I want to print those off and try to do at least 12 buttons before the live. He didn't do the stickers yet though, so I should tell him that's what he needs to do next before he moves on to the newest collection there. Because I need to print those off, and then I'm going to need to, what do you call it? Print them and cut them out too. I'm trying to do them in batches, you know what I mean? And then that way, when we get closer to release date for our physical products, I'll have a bunch done up. Okay, now we're doing 310, which is black. There's just a little bit, but you know what? I want to get, so I'm like, there, done. It feels good now. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to do the Fs because there's a little bit of that? Or do I want to do like those? Those are going to take forever. Number, which is container 20, and it is 640. I think I will do those. Just because. I'm getting excited with this because I feel like this year I am way more committed to it than last year. So this is good. Like I'm feeling good about this part. Now I have to do scrapbooking stuff. So I need to do some page kits I'm going to crop on June 1st, and I want to get 20 done. I probably won't get 20 done, but that's okay because then I'll have page kits for my room, like to do lives and stuff like that. So that's probably going to be my next video. I know I said cleaning my room, which I still haven't done. That's probably, well, my daughter with the baby, Lexi, they're coming over to sleep on Friday night because her husband, I think I mentioned that yesterday. He's in a band and he has a gig on Friday night. And then he works at 7:30. And Lexi's been waking up in the night. So my daughter said, ask if she could come over and sleep. And then that way he can get, from 12:30 to when he has to get up, at least uninterrupted sleep before he has to go to work. So they're going to be here. I don't know what time they'll go home on Saturday, right? Because he's going to be working. So she'll probably spend most of the day here. On Sunday, Mason has a soccer tryout, and I won't be able to go to his Friday night tryouts. So, I need to go on Sunday. So that's first thing in the morning, I'm pretty sure. So what I'm going to do is Sunday afternoon is clean my room. I don't think I'm going to try and film anything else. It'll be a room cleanup. So that'll be an organization or clean with me video. And man alive, it is in dire need. And when I look at the desk, I'm like, this is not going to take you long because there's a lot of big stuff that as soon as you pick it up, it's like, and put it away, it's going to be like, oh, the desktop is still going to be clean. But the rest of the room needs a lot of TLC too. And I got to start working on journaling on my layouts again. So I was doing really good, and then I kind of, I knew it was going to take me a minute to get adjusted to have a 1-year-old with me, right? And just energy-wise and, all that good stuff. I mean, do not get me wrong. I am loving having her. I feel privileged to spend all that time with her, right? And get all the snuggles in, and she's so good. She is not a cryy baby at all, She, most of the time, she is just happy. So she's a joy to have and spend time with, right? And I think because I don't have her, I think I would be a little bit more exhausted, I guess, if I had her 5 days a week, 10 hours a day. Then I'd be like, ooh, I don't know if I can do this for much longer, As soon as you can find a daycare for her, it's going to have to be that. But because I have those days, then, one, I mean, I have my own business, right? So I have to work. So, and two, just energy wise, right? I'm not 25 and 30 anymore. So, but she's a sweetie. Can't believe she turned 1. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be doing pages with, on her birthday, and how full of cake she was. It was so adorable. Oh my gosh. It was funny because I was talking to Josh, I think it was yesterday, and I said, oh, I have to show you pictures, you know, of Lexi on her birthday. And he's always been like, oh my gosh, I can't have, you know, ew, I have something on my hands, you know, like he's always been like that since he was a little kid. So when he looked at her and she was just covered in cake, he was like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. He's still like that. I just laughed. I said, I knew you were going to love that. I knew you were going to love that. So it's fun. It's fun to have those pictures. I'm just waiting. I'm hoping that there's going to be a sale again soon because I have a whole bunch of pictures I want to print. And I still haven't started on her year album. I want to do a page for every week. Maybe when she's here tomorrow, I can corner her and say, okay, let's do the first 3 months, you know? And I'm not talking about getting the pages done. I'm talking, let's go through your phone. Let's download them to my computer. And I'm going to divide them into weeks. And then that's half the battle, right? The pictures are going to be down or on my computer into weeks. And then when I can print for, you know, really cheap, I can just print the first 3 months and then I can get going on her album. I'm going to do it Project Lifestyle. And if you're not a scrapbooker, it's basically, it's like pocket pages. And so it should be pretty quick to do. And because of Facebook, you know, she was, every month she was posting pictures and she was writing down her accomplishments. So like, you know, you started to crawl, you blah, 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 and all that stuff, right? The words she was, you know, mama, dada, or whatever. So I'll have that for the journaling because I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one, I'm going to put week 4, but I'm also going to put 1 month old. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to put her 1 month old picture in there. So on and so forth. So I think that'll be good. I think that's going to be a nice keepsake to have. I think what I'd like to do, I wonder if I have enough. I was going to say, I wonder if I have enough cards so that like when I get week 1 finish, I can do week 1 on camera, but then kind of turn off the camera and just do, or I can just do 2 cards at once, have them side by side and just do 2 cards because I wouldn't mind one of those albums. I think that would be cute because my favorite albums every year, and I'm getting so bad at completing them, is my December daily or document December, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, where you take a picture every day in the month of December and you document the whole month. And I love doing that album. I just can't keep up with it all year. That's Project Life all year. And I just can't. It's too much of a commitment. But that'd be cute to do for her first year, right? I'd love to have that. And when you flip through the album, you literally would see her change, right? From week to week to week. Now I'm getting excited to work on it. Yeah, I think we can do that this weekend. It won't take long. Just to do a few months. And then next time she comes over, I'll say, okay, let's do a couple more months, you know? Okay. I am such in a reading mood right now, which is awesome. I almost wish like I could consume more than one book at a time. I mean, you can read more than one book at a time, but not in the same sitting. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as if I can read Sky Hunter and Fae book at the same time, like while I'm sitting in one sitting. But it's okay. I figure, I mean, yesterday was a good day. Between yesterday and this morning was a good day to get that many pages done. But I figure the rest of tomorrow I'm not going to get much done because I have Lexi. She does sleep for, half an hour twice. And then I am hopefully going to go for a walk with her. So I might be able to get maybe 50 pages done in that time, maybe. But then Saturday I guess she's going to be here Saturday. So Sunday, I'm hoping to have it done by Sunday, I'm hoping to have it done by Sunday. And what I do too, like last night, when we ate our supper, we watched The Amazing Race. And The Amazing Race now is an hour and a half. So once we were done that, Dave said, do you want to watch something else? And I said, nah, not really. And he's fine with that because it's the playoffs, It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. So he can watch his hockey games. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go watch hockey. And I read, but we do that all the time. Once in a while, if, which doesn't happen often, that let's say at 7 or 8, it's like, ooh, we have nothing to do. And then it's like we sit there and watch like hours of TV. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, you know what? I'm going to lift that because there's one right on the lip here. Right on the lip. The rest I'm not going to worry about. I'm hoping that we can go into that today. That would be awesome. That wasn't so bad. It looked like a lot, but it wasn't so bad. So yeah, he watches his hockey and I will read for another hour or so. So I get, a little bit more done. So now we're going to do this symbol right there, which is this symbol, which is DMC 642. There. It's like with diamond painting too. I wish that I could do a few at a time. I have quite a few started. And I had to say to myself, okay, you need to stop starting new ones. And you just need to finish one. So this is the one that I chose. I had the pirate one, but they made a mistake when they printed it. And that just, I don't feel like doing it now because there's a mistake on the canvas. I should contact them and say, did you guys fix that? Like, could I get a new one? But then at the same time, like I just noticed the mistake when I got to it and it's like halfway through the diamond painting and I'm like, do I really want to start that one over? Not really. Not really. So I've kind of left it. I haven't touched that one. And I don't even really know which other one. Oh, I started the one for the Mother of Dragons. So basically like, what's the name of that show? Game of Thrones. I started that one. Ooh, I can't wait to do that one. And you know, when I started that one, I hadn't watched Game of Thrones yet. I have watched Game of Thrones now, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now we're watching the spin-off. I can't remember what it's called, but the new season of that is coming out in June, I think. And it's, of course, streaming on something that we don't have. I did have it for 2 years because of my phone. When I got my phone, they said, oh, you can have Crave for 2 years. And that just ended the 1st of April. So I'm like, oh, that's okay. We watched everything that we wanted. I rewatched all of Friends, like all seasons from the beginning to the end. And that was fun. And I watched it after Matthew Perry passed away. I had been wanting to watch it for years, and I just never did. And I knew that my subscription was ending. So I said to Dave, and I mean, everything was on strike there in January. So the shows weren't coming out in January. So I'm like, this is the perfect time to watch Game of Thrones. So we watched Game of Thrones and we both really liked it. And I love that everything was there. Everything was done. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people don't like the ending. And the ending wasn't my favorite either, but it was still good. It was still a good show. It was worth. All I'm going to say is, at least it wasn't like Lost. You know? Lost, I felt like, are you kidding me right now? I just watched all of this and anyway. I was so upset when Lost finished. I did not like the ending at all. I think there was more of these than the other ones. That's okay. We'll get it done. Okay. I'm going to start doing the 3 at a time because I like to do 1 at a time a lot of times. But sometimes I like to change it up, like especially when there's like big sections like this. But I have to say that most of everything I've done right now was done by placing 1 at a time. So this is probably the most that I've put with the 3 placer. Just in the mood for the 3 placer today. Okay, another drink of coffee now that it's completely cold. Oh, my tomatoes started sprouting. Now they're on a heating pad and it says to take them off when 50% of them have sprouted. Oh, that had a little burr. We'll take that out. And it's pretty much there. So I was just going to give it a few more hours to try to get a few more to sprout. Because yes, I counted how many cells were in there. And it's almost at 50%. And last night when I looked, only 1 had sprouted. 1. So that's awesome. The peppers, they take a whole lot longer to sprout. So note to self, you know, next year, definitely peppers, those need to be planted way earlier than tomatoes. Tomatoes, they poof, sprout. So I'm late this year though. I'm like, oh, I hope I get some stuff. If I have to, I'll go and I'll buy some starts. Just a couple, not a lot, like maybe peppers. And then just compare, right? Okay, these ones I bought as already starts, but my starts did really good last year. Like we had so much stuff. And it's funny because when Dave went to get the soil, the potting soil, the guy goes, oh, last year was a sucky year for garden. And And Dave goes, really? Like, we had such a good year. Like, I had hundreds of peppers, like hundreds of hot peppers, not the green peppers, but I didn't plant as many of those. Like the green peppers that you would use, you know, in like stir fries or whatever. I planted more hot peppers, and I made so many spices last year. I dehydrated all of them and I made spices. It is awesome. I had so many jalapenos, like jalapenos coming out of the yang. Like, it was just so many. And I made like jalapeno, what do you call it? Oh, I forgot one. Spice too, like a spicy spice, you know, so I use them when I cook. It's awesome. I don't have to make any this year. That's how much I made last year. Like, it was just ridiculous, the amount that I made. So I didn't plant, I still planted some. I planted jalapenos because I like to have them fresh, right? And I might try to dice some this year and put them in the freezer that way. And see, regular peppers, I planted a whole bunch this year, and that's what I want to do. I want to just cut them up and freeze them. And then when I make a soup or something like that and I have to fry peppers, no big deal. I just take it out, take a chunk out, throw it in, and it's ready to go, right? So I did that with peppers and celery, and I'm going to do that with onions too. I'm going to dice them. I mean, I made my veggie bags or whatever, but I want to do that with those too, so that when it comes to doing stuff like that, I can just, there you go. You know, I don't have a lot of time. Everything's already all diced for me. Boom, boom, boom. The next thing I'm going to start doing is freezer meals. And just stick them in the freezer. I love doing marinated chickens, like chicken pieces and stuff, but I want more than that. You know, I love doing meatballs. A few years ago, I went and got a lot of hamburger. I think it was like $100 worth of hamburger. And I turned them all into meatballs. All of them. I made sweet and sour meatballs. I made Swedish meatballs. And I made jalapeno meatballs. That was about a year ago. And we still have some. And like, we have them quite often. It's just awesome. I just take them out. It's already all done. And I just stick it in the oven or fry them on the stove. And then the end of it, I fry them in the air fryer. So it makes them a little crispy. And then I make the sauce. I just make the sauce the day of. Like, I didn't freeze the sauce. So it's awesome. I love that. It's such a time saver. Saver? No. Yes. It just saves so much time. I love it. So I want to do that, you know, like, I want to make a spaghetti sauce, and then I want to make little lasagnas and freeze them. So I'm going to get some tin foil. I just haven't bought them yet because I found some that are 6 inches by 8.5. And I'm like, is that too small? Like, it would be enough for a meal. And I know what my husband's going to say. Well, then I don't have any for lunch. Right? So, but then I'm like, 9 by 13 is so big. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should buy, you know, the problem is that it comes with 60, right? So I'm like, okay, what if, but I mean, if we don't like them for freezer meals, we could use them for leftovers too. So I think it's enough, but I don't have to worry about left, you know what I mean? I cook so that, yeah, it's leftovers, but I don't, oh yeah, I need something for my lunch, right? Because I work from home, so I just open the fridge and make something. Half the time I don't eat lunch. I think that's my problem. I think that's my problem. Okay. I think it's funny that I saw ones here that I needed to do, but I missed that one. Yeah, funny. Okay. I'm wondering if I should do the ones along the line here. We still have 20 minutes. I don't think this is going to take me 20 minutes. So I'm wondering, I'm getting kind of tired of doing this color though. So I don't think I want to do this color because I know if I open that, there's going to be a ton more of these symbols, but I don't think, like even if we open this up, I don't think I want to do this color for much longer, right? But maybe I can do this for now. Just do the one along, or do the ones along the border here. Not much left to do the 3 placer. Oh, that only took 2. Okay. So yes, I have to plant some stuff today. And I'm like, yes, I won't have time to do a lot, but it's better than planting it in the ground, right? Anything right now is better than direct sowing. So I need to get it done. I need to do it today. Last year they grew really fast too, so I'm hoping I'm gonna give them lots of loving care. And I'm going to do the same. I don't know if you guys watch the Holler Homestead. They're a homestead YouTube channel, and they have a little girl, Buggy. And when they plant, she bends down. I think she's 3. She bends down towards the seed or the start, and she says, "Grow." She's so cute. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what Buggy does and say, grow every day. And I'm going to make sure to give them, you know, lots of fertilizer. Like I use natural fertilizer, but I think it's fish and something. I can't remember. Fish and seaweed, I think it is. And, you know, I'm going to do blood meal and all that good stuff. I'm going to feed them. Last year, oof, we did that. And like I said, our garden did so well. We have raised beds too. And I think that's what saved it from all the rain that we got. Because the rain didn't, you know, stay there. It went kind of through the bed, you know. It was enough for them to get watered, that kind of stuff. But not to drown them there. What I decided was just to go until my container was done, and then that way I wouldn't have to put any away. F is number 8. So we just got those. So we'll get those done. Okay, I was looking at the time and I'm like, 40 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I was like, it doesn't match with my clock, but yeah, it kind of does. So 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, we'll get that done. I'm telling you, I kind of don't want to show you like big pieces of this and kind of just have a reveal at the end. So just so that you see the little bits, and then at the very end, kind of show you the reveal. I think the next one I'm going to work on though is going to be the dragon lady. I think that's going to be my next one. I don't think I'll ever read, I'm a big reader, you know that, but I don't think I'll ever read the Game of Thrones, because just watching the show, it took us, I would say, quite a bit into the, I mean, we knew who the characters were, don't get me wrong, but which clan they belonged to, like the name of the clans and all, right now I don't think I could tell you, but halfway through season 2, I'm like, finally, I know who everybody, where they belong. And Dave laughed and he goes, I was thinking the same thing. Like, finally, because then we'd go, hey, we haven't heard from blah, blah, blah in a long time, like there was just so many storylines. So I'm thinking in a book, that would be crazy. I'm gonna do a few over here. A few over here. Yeah, a book would be kind of crazy to keep track. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna pass on those books. Plus, he never finished them. It's like The Name of the Wind. I've had that book forever. Am I gonna read it? I don't think so, because book 3 has never been written. He's not getting any younger. So maybe it'll be like the Wheel of Time, and an author is gonna finish the series like Robert Jordan. He passed away, and Brandon Sanderson finished the Wheel of Time, which I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson. My first Brandon Sanderson is, if you will, on my yearly TBR. So I do monthly TBR. First I do a yearly TBR. So I dump all the books. I go around around my shelf, and I look at everything, and I'm like, what do I even want to consider this year, right? Because I can only usually read one book. So what can I consider this year? And then, no, F. It was F. F was number 8. Okay. I was right. I looked at the number 8 here, but it wasn't. It was F. And it is number 8. The container 8. Okay, just to put my diamonds back, let's do this guy here. Let's just get him done. Number 20. Oh, I had to stop the recording because I hit my pen on the camera, so it was bouncing like no tomorrow. So now I can't depend on the camera to know when my hour's up. Okay, so 3782 is this symbol. I think we'll probably finish, I don't know, I was gonna say we'll probably finish with that, but 9, 15, there's still quite a bit. 18 minutes, I think, is what it is, because I said I was gonna go till 9:10 or 10:10, which makes it like an hour and 3 minutes, but it was just easier for me to remember. So that's a long time to be doing the same color. We will see, we will see. Okay. Yay. Okay. Do I even want to take another drink of coffee? You know what? I think I am going to stop. And I'm going to warm up my coffee because I feel like I need it. And I have to do a live this afternoon, so. Okay. Coffee hot. Now. You know what? We're going to go over to this one, right? So let's just open it up. It just looks so big. When I first open it, I'm like, oh, that's going to take me forever. But 2 sessions is pretty good. So I counted yesterday. That is one thing I did to see how far behind I was. And I was exactly right. I was 5 behind because I have some that still need to go up, right? And so after this one, I'll only be 4 behind. But then like next week, then it goes back to 5. You know what I mean? So although if I film 2, then I won't be. Because, you know, you add another week. So I love that I said, you know, out of 52. So now I just know where I'm at. So when I edit them, I just call it DAC or DP rather. DP, like yesterday, I did DP 13, which is going to go up on Saturday. Yeah. So I've done 2 more, so I have up to DP 15. So next week I'd like to do 2. Kind of get caught up on this, and then I want to get caught up on YouTube videos too. Okay. That went pretty quickly. Should I go with this until I run out of diamonds? Let's do that. Go with this one until I run out of diamonds. And then if I still have time, I'll do another one. Okay. I don't know why lately I've been obsessed with bullet journals. Like watching videos about bullet journals. I don't know what it is, but I'm just obsessed with watching them. And I love watching them set them up, especially for reading journals. They just look so pretty, right? Oh my gosh. But I'm like, I don't know if I could keep that up. You know, so I'm because I have one. I have a reading journal, but mine is very simple, but at the same time kind of complicated. Like my books 1 to 100, I think I didn't color many of those in. Although I'm at book 37, I think I've only colored 13 because I made it complicated. I was like, oh, you know, color, you know, if it's a romance, color it pink. If it's whatever, color it blue, and, you know, all that stuff. Just too complicated. Some people, what they're doing is just saying the books that you read in January, color it this color. February is this color. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some little squares and just glue it over top because it's on, I think I only did 13 or something like that. Not very many. And then just start that system because I think I'll keep up with it a whole lot more. Then my, like book review or whatever, I made it complicated. I saw a couple of ways. So now I'm like, do I rip out the pages that I started? Because I only did places for like book 1 and book 2, but it's just overwhelming how complicated it is, instead of, making little boxes and doing 8 per page. I mean, that sounds more feasible for me. I usually don't have that much to say about books anyway, so I'm like, that would be perfect. So now I don't know if I should just skip over those pages, rip them out. The problem is, if you rip them out, then because they're the way they're made, it's gonna take out another page. So I could cut them out with an X-Acto knife, maybe, but then you always risk cutting a little further. So I don't know what to do. I just know that what I have right now is not feasible. And there's another one that I really like too, is basically it's still keeping track of the books you read, but it's just like 1 to like 100, and you just write the title and the type of page that they put it on. I'm like, oh yes, that would be, because I like doing that too. So with no book covers, I like to do it with the book covers, and you put the rating and all that. But if you just want to quickly look through, so some ideas for, I guess I can modify what I've done this year too. I'm not married to it. I can change my mind. So I might change my mind and do a few more things in my journal. So again, I'm just trying to finish the diamonds here. Not often that I do that, right? Let's just finish the diamonds. That one had a little burr on it, so we're gonna take it off, because then the diamonds are not gonna sit flat. Okay, gotta fix this row. It's a little crooked. Oh, sometimes I think about bringing in that straightening ruler and fixing stuff, and I'm like, when you put in the next diamond, it'll fix itself. So it's good. Like, don't fret too much about stuff. Just get it done. Oof. That's one thing when there's very little. It's hard to line them up. So I might have to go one by one. It's okay. I only have like 9 minutes left. So I should be able to finish these and start another one. And like I said, I think I still want to do an hour and a half, because that's the only way I'm going to get this thing done this year. The only way. So I'm going to go and film. I can already feel it. Like my arms are getting tired, and I think an hour is probably the most that I could do. So I don't think I could sit here all day and do this all day. I really don't. There's another one with a burr. I like to move. I like to move. I like to move it. Okay. And even when I scrapbook standing up. So this sitting down is really, okay, flip over there, little diamonds. Yeah, even I stand up, so this sitting down for a whole hour, that's what I find hard about going to crops too, because I'm not used to sitting down. Half the time I'm like standing up, and then of course you're at a small table, so then you're bent over in an awkward position, and then the back just starts killing me. So I think we're gonna go back to this, which is number 20, which is DMC 640. So we'll do, I have 6 minutes left. Whatever I can do in 6 minutes is what's gonna get done. And then I'm not gonna put them away. I'm just gonna leave them in the tray. What I am gonna do though is put the container in the tray like this. So then I'll know, okay, that's, because yes, I will probably forget before I come back what I was working on. 100%. 100%. So tell me in the comments down below, how many hours a week, a day do you put, do you do diamond painting? No judgment, if you can do 5 or 6 hours, awesome. Awesome. I just don't think my body would let me. I would have aches and pains that would not be fun. So I'm gonna take that I can do an hour and a half, and I'm hoping I can keep the twice a week going even once I'm caught up, right? Because if I kind of put it in the rotation, then it's going to be like, yes, I'm going to be used to it, right? Same, I want to start, doing make a page kits again and all that stuff. Like I used to do, what did I call it? Project 100. And my goal was to get 100 page kits done. And the reason for that was if I decided, let's say today is Friday, it's not, but let's say today was Friday and one of my friends sends me a text and says, hey, there's a day crop tomorrow. Do you want to go? I could go, yeah, I have nothing planned. And I could just grab 15, 20 page kits and go, right? And just go. And so I'm like, you know what? I got to work on that too. For right now, what I'm going to do is work on 20. And I'll probably use a lot of them on June 1st. But I want to keep going. I want to make an area in my room where I can keep those page kits. I have 4 minutes left, so I'm going to try and fill what I just worked on, the checkerboard. Finish that, and then it'll feel like, I got that done. When we come back, we'll probably try to finish this color because there's all kinds here, so we'll get that done. Hopefully today, another half hour should give me lots of time. So now, because I started this, I finished this one, I started the other one. Does this count as that one to finish this one? Does that mean that the next time I work on this, I have to finish that whole thing? Or was this just a bonus? I guess that's something I have to decide, right? Have to decide whether I count this. I don't think so because, well, it depends. I'll see once I get the half hour done because I'm like, this wasn't much. I think it was only like 10 minutes, right? So it's not much to say, oh, okay, now I got to finish it next time. It's probably going to be a 2-hour thing. Because that's what I plan on doing is if it's time number 2 and it goes beyond an hour and a half, it is what it is. Like I'm just going to just get that done. But I got the big C in November and I had absolutely no energy, and I'm talking for months after. And it's finally coming back. We're what, May? It could be a number of things, right? Like the sun, I'm outside more now because the sun. I was taking vitamin D though all winter, but it's much better to get it from the source, right? So it could be that. I'm walking more, at least 4 times a week. So that's a bonus too. I have to walk every day now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that I get my 4 days because it was nasty at the beginning of the week. So I went on Sunday and I was supposed to go yesterday and I didn't because I didn't feel well. So now I have to do the next 3 days. So I have to go today because I have to go. I have to do at least 3 days a week. Have to. It's been a couple of hours and I only have half an hour and then I have to go again. So we're gonna work on this sign here, which is 640, the DMC. And I decided that I would just, as I do up there, that's kind of where I'm going to stop for today. I'm just going to do everything on this side and not on the other side because I truly only have half an hour. Then I have to feed my sourdough starter and then I have to get ready for the live. So what I did, I only ended up doing one video because I went in the grow room and there was tons of tomatoes that had, come out of the ground. And I'm like, okay, I got to take it off the heat pad because they were going to start to get leggy because then they tried to get away from the heat. So I had to turn that off, move them up because Dave only had time to put one set of lights and the set of lights was at the very top of, I have 6 lights, but only 2 of them are up right now. He's gonna have to put the other ones like up in the next couple of days because I'm gonna have more that are gonna sprout and they're gonna need light and not heat. So I think I'm just gonna do maybe an hour and a half of the live. I just have too much to do, man. Because I still have to plant my other seeds. I have to go for a walk. Supper, I know what we're doing. We're gonna do doniers. So I just need to cut up tomatoes and that kind of stuff. And last night I just did it when he came home. Like I just cut up the stuff once he came home and it didn't take me any time at all. So I might just do that tonight, or when he tells me he's on his way home, I can come out here, put the water on to boil, and for the donier meat, we leave it in the package and we boil it for 10 minutes, so then it just warms it up. And so while I heat up the water, I can cut up. There's not much to cut up, that's the thing. tomato and green onions, and we have lettuce, and then you put donair sauce. That's all I like on mine. I don't like cheese. I don't like bacon bits. I don't like any of that stuff. I like it, just not on my donair. It's not that I don't like the stuff, it's I don't like it on my donair. I like my donair a certain way, and that's all there is to it. It's like my tomato sandwich. Dave thought I was so funny when we started going out because I said I wanted, he was making lunch, and I said I wanted, oh, how about tomato sandwiches? And he's like, sure, what do you want on it? I said, well, on it, I just want tomatoes, like mayonnaise, salt and pepper. Now beside it, I want pickles and cheese. And he's like, well, why don't you just put it all together, you know, on the sandwich? It was like, no, I like it beside it. And that's the way I like it. And it's like, when I have, let's say McDonald's, I eat all my fries first, and then I eat my Big Mac. Like, I can't eat my Big Mac and the French fries at the same time. Like, I need to eat my fries first. Oh, you know what? I was like, why am I having trouble seeing? It's because it's my wrong glasses. I need a little stronger glasses to do this. I could still see, it's just, I could tell it was straining my eyes. This is much better. It's the glasses I use to read. So I don't feel like going for a walk, but I think I'm gonna force myself to go on a walk. And that's all there is to it. And two, after the live, I have 1 or 2 loads of laundry I have to do. So I gotta get those going. I think I'll get them going after I come back from my walk. I like to be home when appliances are going. You never know, right? If there's a leaking of any kind, at least our stuff is pretty new, but you never know when stuff is going to break, and I don't want to be away. So I'll go for my walk. I can maybe get the laundry ready, like in the laundry, like in the washing machine, and then just turn it on once I get home. Oh, so yes, I went and I did that. I moved that all around. That took me, you know, probably 15 minutes. And he had put the lights up, but he hadn't connected them. So then I had to connect them and connect them to power and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, so that's done. Now I didn't set, because I bought timers so that when they're all under the grow lights, I can say turn on at 7 o'clock in the morning and turn off at whatever time, you know, like 9 or whatever the time is. So then I don't have to worry about remembering, because before I got those, I would forget. And then those poor things would be under the lights like all night, and they need time off from the lights. The light is good, but they do need time off. So I have them scheduled for a certain time, and then I don't have to worry about it. Now, the first few nights I go and I make sure that it works. You know what I mean? Like, I set myself a timer and I go check to make sure that I set it properly. I didn't plant any flowers to grow. I really didn't buy anything new this year. Well, that's not true. I bought new grow trays because I didn't have enough last year, because when I up pot, I don't have enough, the flat trays. So I bought some new flat trays and I bought 2 more heating mats. Now next year, what I'm hoping is I can buy more lights and more, like the, what do you call them? The stand that I put them on, right? 2 more stands and maybe 6 more grow lights. And then the year after, I'll just need to buy 6 grow lights and then I'll be good. Then I'll have everything I need. It's just like every year we make new beds, right? We make new beds. This year, I hope we can do 3, because if we can do 3 this year, 3 next year, then we'll see how that goes with 12. And then, you know, keep doing 3 until we have what we want. Till we have what we want. I know eventually I want to plant a lot of tomatoes. I go through a lot of canned tomatoes in a year because I make a lot of spaghetti sauce. I like to make minestrone soup, which you use that. I like to make hamburger soup, which you use canned tomatoes. I like to make macaroni, you know, with canned tomatoes. So canned tomatoes is something that I use a lot. I don't want to make any tomato paste because that takes a lot of tomatoes. Instead, what I've been doing is I've been drying my tomatoes, and then it's like a powder. And if you put that in your sauces, it thickens your tomato, whatever you're making, it thickens it just like tomato paste would. So I'd rather do that, you know? It's easier and it seems to make more. So I just had to refill my pen here. So I don't know. Once I finish this, I'm going to decide whether it's going to be 1 or 2 more sessions to finish this grid, I guess. Now the paper, the release paper that you put on there, they have such cute ones, but I'm like, nope, you're not buying any more. You have, you know, they're just white, but they work. So until you run out, which it's gonna be a while because I take them off and I put them in my container and I reuse them. So might as well make her, wherever we can make our dollar stretch, we gotta do it, right? Wherever we can make our dollar stretch, we can do it. We have to do it, and then that way we can still find places, you know, or money to put on our crafts. Because I don't know about you, but this is what keeps me sane, you know, is my reading, scrapbooking, diamond painting, my walking. That I bought a new pair of sneakers because mine were trash and I got them 50% off. So I waited until we found some that were 50% off, and you know, let's go. Same with groceries. You know, we found some chicken on sale and we bought, like, it doesn't sound like much, but it was a lot of packages because it was a really good sale. It was called Miscut Chicken and it was $4. Like the package was only like yay big or whatever. Let me see if I can, maybe there. They were like this big, but there was like 4 or 5 pieces, sometimes 6 pieces of chicken for $4. So we got like, I don't know, like 9 or 10 packages. And then we, right away, as soon as we got home, we separated them. We put 3 per package because, like I said, my husband wants that he can have leftovers. so that he can bring it to work, because it's way cheaper than eating out, right? Way cheaper than eating out. So, and we decided we're not going to get like coffee all the time too. Like it was especially before hockey and stuff like that. So what I started doing, I have a Yeti cup. So my Yeti cup keeps my coffee really hot for a long time. So I fill, I make a cup and a half of coffee in my Yeti cup, and then it stays really hot. So I think that's what we're going to do. Once in a while, we'll treat ourselves and have a coffee. But when you start figuring out $4, and then because we stopped, then Mason was like, oh, can I have a bagel or a breakfast sandwich? And, then you're at $10. And then it's like, you do that 2-3 times a week, that's $30. And then my husband has to go into work 3 times a week now. So if he got coffee every time, that's $6. It doesn't sound much, but times 4, that's $30. $28, so that's $30 in the month. So I'm like, we could get quite a bit of food for that. Same with eating out. That's going to be, like when we go to Mason's tournament, we told them we could eat out once. The rest of the time, and you know what? He said he really enjoyed it last time that I did stuff, because I made fettuccine Alfredo. He said it was better than the restaurant, so bonus. And I put lots of chicken in it, right? Where the restaurant, they kind of skimp on the chicken. And I made extra sauce, so you could put, because the next day, how it dries out a little bit. So we had extra sauce, so we could put a little bit more sauce so the noodles weren't, dry. And so he said he really enjoyed that. I made a banana bread, so then he would have, little snacks at night. We brought yogurt, so he had yogurt a few times. We made chicken wraps, which he loves anyway. So we just brought our air fryer and we made chicken wraps. So he said it was really good. Like he didn't feel like he missed out, right? And Dave was talking to one of the other parents, and they had gone to Boston Pizza 3 times, and you're looking at $60 a pop. So it's like $200, and everything I made probably cost us, $20, $25, maybe, a lot of stuff we had here. And like tomatoes and stuff, I cut them ahead of time. So I did bring a knife and, the stuff for cutting in case we ran out. Oh, and we brought everything to make smoothies too. So, and I had them all divided in packages. I had strawberries, blueberries, and bananas in the packages. So it was awesome. So we made smoothies. It was amazing. It was great. And it felt like we didn't spend an arm and a leg and our big left toe. You know what I mean? Like, oh, things are just so expensive. So expensive. And the tournament was 4 hours away, so it was, $200 in gas too. Just about. We had, not quite, it was probably 100 and some. So 125 or something. Because I think we got home and we still had gas left in the truck because we were able to make it from where my son lives to home without gassing, like on a full. We have a bigger gas tank too, so it takes a lot to fill it. But then, you know, you can go long distances, and that's because we pull. You know, when we have our trailer, we don't want to be stopping every 2 hours. So, but man, when we pull the trailer, oof, we don't get many kilometers. Like there, we went all the way home, and with the trailer, we probably would have gassed probably 3 times. So instead of, you know, $400 for the trip in gas, it would have cost us $1,200. So it's a big difference. Big difference. So the trailer right now, we're gonna just do short distances. And we said we never said we'd never go in a campground again. We just refused to pay $3,300. So we're doing our research. We think we may have found one that's way cheaper, and what we're gonna do, like more than half the price, $3,300 to $1,500. So we're gonna go and spend a weekend there this summer, maybe a couple of times. We already know someone that is there, so we'll go and try it out, see if we like it. Okay, how long has it been? 19 minutes. So I have 10 minutes left. Let's do the black. I like outlining, so I don't know if I'll have time to finish all the black, but let's start it at least. And then, you know, if I'm almost done, I can probably finish it because it's not as if I have to rush and go start my live right away. I just want to give myself time to feed my sourdough. Worst came to worst, I could feed my sourdough after. Like, it's a little bit more mature now, so it doesn't have to be like right at 24 hours, you know. I go an hour each way, like an hour early or an hour late now. It's not a big deal. It's pretty active. I'm pretty proud of myself for getting a nice active sourdough, because from what people say online, like they've had trouble starting their sourdough, and I had 2. I was successful with 2 because I thought, you know what? People are having such a hard time. I'm going to do 2. So hopefully one of them will, you know, if one doesn't work out, not a big deal. Oh man, there's a lot of black that are messed up. A lot of burrs on them. So I started 2, and both of them are good. So what I did now, because I don't want to feed 2 a day, that's, man, at the end of the week, I had so much discard. Like, I would spend Saturday just cooking up batches of waffles, like 2 full batches of waffle, 2 double batches of waffle. So that would be like 40 waffles. And then I would do, what else did I do? Peanut butter cookies. Like, I would look for discard recipes, biscuits. So I would look for recipes and then just make sourdough stuff. So with just 1 sourdough, it's not so bad now. You know, at the end of the week, I have maybe 1 double batch of, actually last week, but I think I had done something midweek. I think I had done biscuits. I could only do 1 single batch of waffles because I didn't have enough. I was like, what is going on? And I want to try and make sourdough pizza dough and freeze it ahead of time. And again, that's just a time saver. I don't know if I can freeze sourdough stuff. I think so. I don't know, because then that might mess up with the yeast, right? Because that's all sourdough is natural yeast. So I'm like, why did I start the black? I don't feel like doing the black. It's kind of far away, so I'd have to be set up a different way. But maybe I can do some on this side. It's a little closer. I don't think I can finish all this next time. It's gonna have to be 2. There's way too many left. So what I'm gonna do is do 2 sessions, and I'm hoping that the second session, again, it, bleeds into this one. So it makes it a little easier when I do, because I think next time I can probably do that, and then the next time, or maybe that and a little bit more in here, and then the time after finish this side. And then go into the other one. This is gonna help. I'm actually helping when I do this side, right? Not this side. That's okay. That is okay. So I'm hoping to, well, Dave's not gonna be home till 8:30 probably tonight. So I'm going to go for my walk and I'll listen to the audiobook. And then I'm going to come home. Oh, I gotta do those veggies today. I can't keep putting it off. And tomorrow I won't be able to because I have Lexi. Oh, okay, so I'll cut the veggies and I can listen more of the audiobook while I just like following in the book as I'm listening, right? Because I have both. But because I have the audio book from the library. When I went to check, I always check when I start a new book. I'm like, oh, let's go see if it's available immediately on my library, that I don't have to wait. And this book was ready to borrow. And I'm like, well, cool. So it can be my book that I read with my eyes, and I also listen to the audiobook when I'm doing something. Okay. About 4 minutes, and then we'll move on to my next task. Let's finish those. There's like 7 left up here, or 8. Man, there's a lot of bad diamonds in the black. Apparently, I haven't bought any new diamond painting, but apparently they've changed their diamonds too, so they fit better, the squares. And it's been a few years since I bought diamond paintings. So I don't know from what I've heard people say, they're better quality now, which they were the best quality to begin with. But they're just, there's always room for improvement, and some of their diamonds were like that, like the black one there. There's a lot of burrs on them. Most of them don't. That's why it's surprising when I find some that are that bad. And they've changed the size of the squares so they fit better. I don't know. have heard. There's another one. Okay, 2 minutes. What? That black one just was there chilling. Okay. I'll just move you somewhere. I can tell I need more wax. I'm using some really old wax and I just need to crack open a new one. I got to do a little bit more research and see if they've come up with better wax. I know glue dots apparently are really good. Haven't tried that yet. I should try it. Actually, I brought glue dots down to, because that's another thing I did. I did my buttons. So I did 12 buttons just to try them out. So I brought my glue dots downstairs. So I could, right now, stick a glue dot in there and see, test it. I think Monday and Tuesday is when I can do a little bit of diamond painting next. Okay, we're at 29 minutes. We're gonna call that good because I'm not gonna open something else. So that's it. So if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.